Islanders, welcome back to another boating video. We were supposed to take out Charlie Boy, but I had a bit of a mechanical on the way out. Got as far as the harbour wall and had to bring her back in. So that's a bit disappointing because today's video is a shark related video. I've got the Seal Decoy. I want to deploy that today. It's a bit breezier than forecast. Conditions aren't actually as good as they were supposed to be. We've got the fish finder. I've got my rods. Let's get out there. So how many mackerel do you reckon you've caught, Jack?
50.
Right, if I can't get any, I'm just going to sink this boat right here. I'll follow you boys out if you're going out for tope, and I'll have a look.
I'll have a go.
Yeah, wherever you go, I'll come and follow you. All right, mate. Cheers, mate. I've come out to a spot which on the fish finder I'm seeing a bit of action. Will I ever sort out the curse of me not catching fish? I think so, to be fair. This is what we're going to work with right now. I've got some silver feathers, thanks to Mike for those, but basically you guys in the comments said get the silver or white stuff, the coloured ones are crap. So I'm feeling this spot's pretty good. My next door neighbour Jack is also out here, so we'll catch up with him shortly. We've got the fishing camera, and that down there I have, it's a Seal Decoy or camera like they use in Shark Week where the great whites come hammering out of the water. We're going to have a go with that as well, little trial run. So it should be pretty good. I've got Chum with me, I've got all sorts with me. I don't really know what the plan is yet because conditions aren't great. It's a lot windier than it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like 5 knots of wind and it's probably close to 20. But without further ado, let's do some fishing and see where we're at. First drop, and I think we've got something. I'm going to reel her in, let's do it. We're in about 40 foot of water here. Straight away we get hit on a mackerel. Strike. That one's hooked. Then we get a second mackerel. So that's 2 we've got on the line. And actually we foul hook one through the tail on the retrieve. As you can see, the footage of that camera is actually pretty good. Should be quite good for when we're out looking for sharks. The curse is broken. 3 little mackerels. Now we're in business. That is bait to go tope fishing. That was the first drop on these silver feathers. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Okay, that was first drop. I'm going to drop the feathers down again and see what happens. Might have found a little sweet spot here. The fish finder showing a bit of activity, but I actually foul hooked one of them on the tail, so there must be loads down here. You didn't get any tope?
No tope, no.
I mean, that's way more capable than this, so I'm not going to go all the way out there to try. I'll keep my mackerel for my bait next time. What do you reckon to this? Seal cam.
No way. Give it a go.
Yeah, drop it in. See if
Whites are about.
Hey?
See if there's any great whites about.
I doubt it, but there's that other sib as well. I've seen it. Same as mine. Yeah, it's exactly the same. He's just got a bigger engine. How far did you go out?
Went down to Glen. And then blast and then low.
You're brave. I was getting rocked over there.
Yeah, on the way back it was bad.
Yeah.
Caught anything.
Alright, so you got a 15 horsepower on the back there. We've got the same boat. I've probably got the amount of gear to weigh up you guys, so yeah. I'll line up and we'll have a go. We go that way. So much faster than me. That's what 15 horses does compared to 9. I know people are often wondering that. He absolutely smoked me. That's 2 videos now I've got my ass kicked. Once by a jet ski, once by that. That's kind of sold it to me. I want a 15 or 20 horsepower engine. He's miles away. That was absolutely rapid. I tried to take off and you just disappeared, so that was it, I gave up.
Really?
Yeah. That was rapid.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely want to get a 15. It's nice that. Okay guys, so Jack said he wasn't having any joy looking for taupe, so I'm going to save their mackerel for bait for a nicer day. What I've got is the drone. I'm going to rig that up. We're going to fire it up in the sky, and I just want to show you guys this. It's a bit janky, but this is my seal decoy. Basically, it started its life out as a bodyboard. I cut it down, sprayed it, and the camera is going to attach to a Railblazer rib port, so it's a real suction port, which is there, you can see it, and it's going to go under the water. Now, you might be thinking, that looks absolutely shocking. Now, it doesn't look, it's not the best seal, I'm not going to lie, but sharks' eyesight is actually not very good. They've done studies on this, so I think it'll do. We're out far enough now where there would be sharks, so let's drop her in. I'm going to attach a GoPro to the bottom, and we're going to tow it behind the rib, and we'll see how we get on. Okay. Okay guys, so seal camera's here. I'm going to drop it in off the back. I have no idea what it's going to be like, as long as we can get the crop. Okay guys, so seal cam behind. I'm not really feeding it out too much, it's just a first trial. Guys, I just realised I did a load of filming and the microphone jack wasn't plugged in, which is not ideal. So let me just explain what I've been doing here. So, we got it tied off to the A-frame out there. Don't know if you can see that is the seal decoy. So we've been driving the boat. That's got a GoPro attached to the bottom. So we'll check out the footage. I am not anticipating. So, seal cam's deployed, played around varying lengths, fed it out, brought it in. But as this is prototype 1, I just wanted to check it floated, to be honest, and that the GoPro held. We need to make it more seal-esque, you know, possibly use a bit of wetsuit to create more of a overview of what a seal would look like properly in the water. Maybe add some sort of like articulated hips to it so it looks like it's swimming. But above all, quite impressed. Obviously not much to see under the seal cam, no real structure there. Okay, so seal decoy is back in, the camera held on well. Obviously I'm not in a particularly sharky place right now. The plan was with the Warrior to go further out. Like I said earlier, conditions got a real bit lumpy and the Sib handled it fine. I got absolutely smoked by that 15 horsepower Boatworld, which is pretty good. I think what we'll do is, now it's calmed down a bit, go out a little bit and try a bit more fishing, see how we get on. So as it's calmed down a little bit now, I'm going to try and see if we can get any taupe. I've just cut one of the mackerel I caught earlier up. I've just flailed it, left the guts out, etc. And I've got taupe rigs. It's basically a bit of wire trace and some monofilament, super strong. I've crushed the barb on the hook and we'll drop it in with the fish camera, see if anything shows interest. We're not far offshore now. I've brought a comeback right in. Now, if I was further offshore, which I'm not, I would use this stuff as well. It's a shark bite rubby dubby mix. It's got fish blood and all sorts in it. Basically really good chum, but that's for when we go chumming. Hopefully in the Warrior when I sort my issue out, but really good stuff by all accounts. So that was the plan today. But we'll go to this and we'll drop it in and see what happens. Okay guys, so there's the mackerel, flailed. I've left them coiled. I'm not sure if you're meant to uncoil them, but anyway, let's drop it down and see what happens. See how sensitive the fish finder is. You can actually see where I am right now, just about 25 feet down. This is not an optimal spot for taupe, but while I'm out here and it's calmed down, I thought I'd give it a go. I've left that at 20 feet now and I'm just going to troll around a little bit, see if anything comes. The sun's going down soon, so I will bring her in shortly. Well, no more fishing now. I'm about to go in, but before I do, I put a Q&A out on Instagram while I was out here saying I'm out sharking tonight. Hit me with any questions, right? So let's see what responses we've got. What do you think you'll be feeling when we finally find great whites in our waters? To be honest, it's probably not going to be me. I think one will wash up or be found in a fishing net or something, but you know, like I say, You've got to get out there and try. We'll carry on with the chumming. I've been out chumming 10 times now. Would dolphins affect a great white shark's arrival, or would they just be eaten? No, they coexist all over the place. I don't think they would have any bearing on the sharks, to be honest. What do you think of the lung sub mask? And do you think it's worth buying? Is that one of those face masks, like the full face ones? They're not very good, to be honest. You can't. It's hard to equalise your ears with them. But also, I think, are they the ones with the little tiny air cylinders? I don't know what they are. I'm really sorry. What's your favourite species of shark to freedive with? Well, probably a tiger shark, to be honest, because they just look so mean and stocky. I've never been in the water with a bull shark. I would love to. That's on the list. How successful have you been so far? Not very. Been out chumming quite a lot, but I said in my last video, I need to sort of address the boat situation. This little tiny inflatable is fantastic, but that's why I'm not out chumming tonight. If something like a mako or a pork beagle did come and take a nibble of it, I'm swimming back, which is not ideal. Where's the best place to find basking sharks on the island? Peel, Niarbel, that side of the island, Port Erin. However, the last sighting was this side of the island. Will we be coming down the south coast? I'd love to, but my boat currently isn't capable, so unless someone's offering me a boat, I'll come down. Would you camp on the Warrior at anchor? Yes. I've tried to do this twice now, and the weather forecast has been horrendous the next day, so I haven't been able to do it. Are you doing an overnight camp with a sib? Same thing. Tonight was the time I was supposed to do that, but the weather tomorrow is 4 metre swells, so this boat is not rated to that. I'll probably die. Would you consider upgrading your engine on the sib? Yamaha 15. Well, I just raced the exact same boat with the 15 horsepower, and that was impressive. So absolutely yes, I want a 15 or 20 horsepower engine. Do you have anxiety about being out on the boat on your own in case something happens? No, not at all. I send live location via an app to my family. I've got their personal locator beacon, and I've got a radio. This has got full GPS, so I'll always know where I am, even if it fogs in. So no, I'm quite used to doing stuff on my own, to be honest. What bait am I using to lure them in? Sharks in general. Bait is actually not that sophisticated. I talked about it in the first chumming video I did. I taught what I was using. It's like a bran, mackerel mashed up, guts, you name it, anything you can find. And then obviously oil, fish oil and blood. So guys, we're back out, but this time we're on the Warrior. Another little tiny mackerel. I'll be letting that one go. But as you can see, the sun is setting, and I've just been quite far out. I was about 4.5 miles out, so that's chumming session number 11. Obviously I had all the camera gear with me, you know, I had the drone in the air, etc., but yeah, nothing came, unfortunately. Again, we're still struck by these winds. There's quite a bit of a storm force rolling in, I think, but I came out on optimal timing, as you can see. Beautiful sunset. I'll be bringing the Warrior back in now, but she hasn't missed a beat. Had it absolutely singing. 31 knots out of this boat, considering she's 25 years old. But anyway. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video out on the tiny boat. It wasn't what I had planned, but no plan survives first contact, as they say. So enjoyed that, but we need to get out chumming more with very little success. No blue sharks, no pork beagles, but I've got more gear now. That fishing camera's great. Look forward to using that a little bit more. Broke the curse with them mackerels on the first drop. Thanks Mike for those silver feathers, they seem to be magic. I didn't get any taupe. Solidified that I need a 15 horsepower or 20 on this, because racing, the other guy, his boat was brilliant through the water, whereas the 9.8 struggles to get on the plane. Other than that, deploying the seal was fantastic. I don't know what the footage is like yet. It seemed to glide well in the water. I'm going to cut up an old wetsuit and sort of, because there she is there, make it look a bit more like a seal. Use a different rope. Obviously a bright yellow one is not covert. Stay tuned for plenty more sea adventure. Hope you love it as much as I do. Cheers guys, have a great week.